the NBA is facing an unexpected crisis. Ratings are falling, and the excitement that once defined the league is starting to fade. For years, fans have been treated to intense rivalries, star-studded matchups, and thrilling moments. But just 2 weeks into this season, the numbers are down, and the buzz is missing. What's behind this sudden decline? And more importantly, where is the solution?
Our phones are ringing off the hook now from people who are anxious to invest in women's sport.
Meanwhile, our phones are ringing off the hook from people eager to invest in women's sports. Enter Caitlin Clark, the WNBA superstar whose incredible performances have shattered records and captured the nation's attention. Her games are drawing more viewers than even some of the NBA's biggest matchups. How did this happen? How could one player, relatively new to the scene, become the brightest star in basketball today? And what does this mean for the NBA, a league that may need to look beyond its own stars for inspiration? In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the NBA's ratings drop, the unstoppable rise of Caitlin Clark, and why Adam Silver might be looking to her as the key to reigniting the excitement and reshaping the NBA's future. The current NBA season has kicked off with a surprise challenge. Ratings are tanking. ESPN's opening night doubleheader, usually a big draw, only averaged 1.6 million viewers, down 42% from last year's opener, which featured Victor Wembanyama's debut. The Thursday night game between the Spurs and Mavericks didn't fare much better, pulling in just 1.45 million viewers, a 29% drop. This is especially surprising considering the star power involved: Chris Paul's debut with the Spurs, Wembanyama facing off against Luka Doncic, Kyrie Irving, and Klay Thompson's Mavericks debut. Yet, these matchups barely managed to break the million-viewer mark. The most alarming stat? A Friday night game between the Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks drew just 830,000 viewers, fewer than a typical college football game on ESPN2. The NBA's formula for success, which used to thrive on legendary rivalries and dramatic storylines, now seems stale. Fans are looking for something more, something that the league isn't quite delivering this season.
You know what is must-see TV? Caitlin Clark games. 2.3, 2.2, Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese right off the bat. Every single one of Caitlin Clark games that were on ESPN, ESPN2, even ION and ABC eclipsed 1 million viewers. That's must-see TV. That's people going out of their way for appointment viewing television.
Caitlin Clark's rise is changing the game, and the WNBA is reaping the rewards. Clark's debut attracted over 2 million viewers, surpassing even some NBA season openers. This isn't a one-time thing, it's a sign that fans are craving something different: authenticity, grit, and excitement. With Clark leading the charge, the WNBA is offering a brand of basketball that's both unpredictable and high energy, drawing fans who feel let down by the NBA's recent trends. The NBA is struggling with issues like load management, where star players often rest, leaving fans disappointed. Meanwhile, the overemphasis on three-point shooting has made games feel repetitive. These issues have hurt the league's overall appeal, especially when compared to the drama and intensity Clark brings to the court. The NBA's once great rivalries and storylines are harder to find today, and Clark's star power is a stark reminder that the WNBA is filling a gap the NBA has left open. Fans are looking for more than just big names, they want real competition and excitement, and Caitlin Clark is delivering that.
The actual story is, WNBA has Caitlin Clark, who's must-see TV. NBA doesn't have anybody like that at all.
Load management has become a major point of frustration for both fans and former players. It's now common for star athletes to sit out games, not because they're injured, but just to rest. While the idea behind load management is to keep players fresh for important games and to extend their careers, it's left many fans disappointed. Charles Barkley has called out the disconnect between players' multi-million-dollar salaries and their decision to skip regular season games. For fans who pay hard-earned money to see their favorite stars, discovering at the last minute that those stars won't play can be disheartening. As a result, ticket sales and TV viewership are suffering, and fans are starting to lose trust in the reliability of the product. Another issue contributing to this decline is the monotony of gameplay. The rise of the three-point shot, popularized by Steph Curry, initially brought excitement to the NBA. But as more teams adopted the same strategy, the novelty started to wear off. Shaquille O'Neal and other analysts have pointed out that while teams once thrived on different playing styles, today's games often feel the same. Watching teams repeatedly shoot threes without much variation has dulled the excitement for many longtime fans. This lack of diversity in gameplay means fewer memorable moments, and fewer surprises in how games unfold. For example, in the opening night games on TNT, there were 162 three-pointers attempted in just 2 games. The increased focus on threes has made the game feel more predictable and less thrilling, and then there's the absence of compelling storylines. In the NBA's golden years, rivalries like Lakers vs. Celtics or Bulls vs. Pistons weren't just games, they were sagas that captured fans' imaginations. These rivalries created heroes, villains, and intense drama that kept people coming back. Today, even with new stars on the rise, those kinds of rivalries are missing. While viral social media moments may generate some buzz, they don't build the kind of ongoing narrative that keeps fans engaged for the long haul. In contrast, the WNBA, thanks in large part to Caitlin Clark, has found a way to bring back the excitement and passion that many basketball fans are craving. Clark's presence on the court has made every game feel important, with high-stakes play and genuine emotion. Fans are responding to the authenticity and intensity of the games, which has given the WNBA a newfound appeal that the NBA is struggling to match.
At TNT opening night, there were 2 games. There were 162 threes shot in those 2 games alone. Guys like Anthony Edwards right now are shooting like 10 threes a game. They were shooting half that last year. And when asked, what do you think about people that want you to drive to the lane? He says, because this is what the coaches.
Caitlin Clark is taking the basketball world by storm, and her influence goes far beyond her impressive stats. It's the energy and passion she brings to every game that makes her a must-watch. Fans know that when Clark hits the court, they're in for a show filled with hustle, teamwork, and a fierce desire to win, qualities that some feel are lacking in the NBA's regular season. Why are fans flocking to Clark? What makes her stand out among the sea of sports stars? It's not just her numbers, but the way she plays and the intensity she brings. Clark isn't just a skilled player, she's the kind of leader and competitor that fans can rally behind. Her debut season in the WNBA was nothing short of spectacular. From the very first game, she dominated, leaving both fans and analysts in awe. Her games regularly drew over 1 million viewers, breaking viewership records and even outshining big NBA matchups. For a league that has long struggled to grab mainstream attention, Clark's impact has been nothing short of revolutionary. Her electrifying performances have turned the Indiana Fever into must-watch TV and have helped revitalize the entire league. It's clear now, there is no one in the NBA right now who draws as much attention as Caitlin Clark. The ratings for games featuring stars like Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, and LeBron James are impressive, but they don't compare to the buzz Clark generated in her first year in the WNBA. What truly sets Clark apart is her fearless approach. She doesn't just play to win, she plays with a joy and tenacity that make every game exciting. Whether it's a deep three-pointer, a no-look assist, or a clutch shot at the end of the game, Clark brings a level of confidence that few others can match. The stakes in her games feel real, and that unpredictability keeps fans glued to their screens. Off the court, Clark's influence is even bigger. Her highlights go viral, attracting millions of views and sparking conversations far beyond just the WNBA fan base. She's become a social media sensation, drawing new fans to women's basketball and generating buzz that's bringing more attention to the sport. Caitlin Clark has proven that one dynamic athlete can elevate an entire league, making it more exciting, more visible, and more marketable. The Caitlin Clark effect is real, and it's changing the game for women's basketball.
You will begin to realize that nobody in the NBA at this current point in time is a bigger TV draw than 122 Caitlin Clark. It just is what it is. We've seen games from Steph, we've seen KD, we've seen LeBron. All those ratings are in, and all of them pale in comparison when we see what Caitlin Clark did year 1 of the WNBA.
Caitlin Clark's impact on the WNBA goes far beyond viewership numbers. It's felt in the energy she brings to the arena and the way it ripples out to her teammates and fans. Since Clark joined the Indiana Fever, jersey sales have skyrocketed, and tickets to their games are now some of the hottest in town. What was once an overlooked franchise is now a symbol of hope, largely due to Clark's presence. Her story has inspired a new generation of fans who see her as a beacon for what women's sports can achieve. This contrast with the NBA's current struggles is stark. While the NBA faces issues like star absences, predictable play, and a loss of excitement, Clark's games are filled with drama, action, and passion. The question now is, can the NBA learn from her approach to reignite the spark that has faded in recent years? Caitlin Clark's rapid rise isn't just a tale of her own success, it offers a blueprint for revitalizing basketball overall. With the NBA facing a decline in viewership and waning fan interest, there's a lot the league can learn from Clark's influence. Her rise shows that fans crave more than just raw talent, they want heart, unpredictability, and a player who embodies real competition. First and foremost, the NBA needs to rethink its approach to player participation. The issue of load management, where stars sit out games to rest, has eroded trust with fans. In contrast, Clark plays every game with relentless energy, showing her commitment to the sport and to her audience. The NBA could benefit from fostering a culture where players take pride in showing up for every game, building reliability and a deeper connection with fans. Another lesson from Clark's success is the power of narrative. Clark's journey has captivated millions, not just because of her skill, but because of the compelling storylines that unfold with each game. Every game feels like a chapter in an ongoing saga. The NBA should focus on reigniting storylines that resonate with fans, whether it's rivalries, underdog comebacks, or individual milestones. These stories turn games into events that fans can't wait to see. Finally, Clark's unpredictability is a major part of her appeal. Fans know when they watch her play, something exciting is bound to happen. The NBA, however, has become predictable, particularly with its heavy reliance on the three-point shot. While the three-pointer brought excitement to the game initially, its overuse has led to a sense of sameness across games. The NBA could revitalize its appeal by encouraging a more varied, dynamic style of play, one that surprises fans and keeps them coming back for more. Caitlin Clark's rise is proof that there's still a hunger for real excitement in basketball. The NBA can take a page from her playbook to bring back the drama, passion, and unpredictability that made the game great. Caitlin Clark's rise has shown us that there's still plenty of room for variety in basketball. More post-ups, mid-range shots, and fast-paced transitions could bring back the excitement and diversity that once defined NBA basketball. Clark's impact also highlights the importance of truly engaging with fans. Her highlights go viral not just because of her skills, but because of how she plays, with visible passion and joy that invites fans to share the experience. The NBA could take a page from this and promote players who show that same level of authenticity, building stronger connections with fans both on and off the court. The lessons Caitlin Clark offers go beyond the WNBA. They present a blueprint for the NBA to reignite its appeal.